All right, so today is Friday, August 16.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Math 8, and I realize that my sound and my mouth don't match up on the live stream. There's a way to fix that. I know how to fix it. I just haven't fixed it yet. It's because I updated the software and I haven't updated the settings. All right, so I need a spiral bound notebook and a pencil. Can you turn to the next blank page? And today we're going to talk about choosing kindness. I have a poster up here in my room, and it's something that I want to focus on this year because I think life is better when we're kind to each other as opposed to not kind to each other. So can you do a circle map, and can you tell me what does kindness look like to you? And Madeline, if you want to come back to your seat, you don't need to be in front of a computer anymore. So what does kindness look like to you? And I think I have a full class, which is awesome. So give me some ideas. What does kindness look like to you, Mark?
Being someone's friend who doesn't have anything.
Yeah, Mike.
Giving people the space they need when they need it.
Lorena?
Supporting others.
Cameron?
Helping others.
Cameron?
Treating everyone with equal respect.
Maddie?
Saying please and thank you.
Ooh, so politeness, can I go with that?
Yeah.
Good. Griffin?
Compliment someone.
Ooh, compliments. I'm going to add something to that. Sincerity. Sincere compliments. Yes.
Motivating them.
Motivating. Encouraging. On the spot. Caring. One of our houses here. The House of Caring. Anybody over here? Something new and exciting? If you want to add any of those to yours, that's awesome. Go ahead and do that. All right. So those are all really good ones. I want to talk about, yeah, Sam, you got one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Citizenship.
citizenship, being a good citizen. All right. So I want to show you a quote from Viktor Frankl. Between stimulus and response, and we'll talk about all these words, there is a space. That space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian neurologist, psychologist, or psychiatrist, and a Holocaust survivor. So this guy saw stuff and endured things during the Holocaust that were probably horrible. And he still came out of it and wrote this line. Stimulus. A stimulus is something outside of you that causes you to react. So a stimulus can be my words. A stimulus can be a physical thing, like if I push you, that's a stimulus. It is, because a stimulus is that thing that causes us to react. Sometimes the hot air can be a stimulus, or things you eat are a stimulus. Between a stimulus, that outside influence, and how you react to it, there is a space of time. When I say something to you, there's a moment where you process it before you react. In that space of time, you have the power to choose. And depending on how you choose, you either grow or you don't grow. So when somebody says something to you, before you respond, you have a moment and you have a choice to make. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
When something happens in this class, you have a choice on how to react to it. Yeah?
Yes.
If you want to disagree, that's awesome. Tell me you want to disagree. But I believe that you have a moment where you get to choose. You're not an animal. You're not a bacteria where if I poke you, you automatically go away from it. You are a person and you have a choice to make. And I feel like we're agreeing with that. All right. So now my question is this. Is kindness a choice?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you choose kindness?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You are not an animal. You are not a bacteria. You have a choice on how you react to things. And in that moment between stimulus, between something just happened and I'm about to react, there's a moment there where you get to choose, which is fantastic. You have these choices. So is kindness a choice? Yes. Are there times when kindness is not the best choice? Talk to your neighbor about it for a moment. And see if you can get examples.
We have to
No, because like living a something like that, you would still have to
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of a
So
scenario.
I don't feel
Wow. I think
One, two, three. What do you got, Michael?
Yeah, sometimes like if you're a parent and you need to discipline your child, like you need to be stern towards them.
Stern doesn't necessarily equal unkindness, though. So is it kind that every time my child wants ice cream that I give them ice cream? Is that kindness?
Yeah.
No,
Not
I mean,
necessarily,
shouldn't. No.
Right. So I agree. I think there are times that I think you can discipline a child with respect and dignity and kindness, and it's still discipline. So I don't think you have to be, and this is a parenting idea, but I understand, I hear what you're saying. I'm not totally disagreeing, but I'm also not agreeing. Other instances where I think kindness probably isn't the best tactic. Go for it.
When you're in like war.
Okay, so how about in physical conflict, somebody is physically attacking you, should you be kind and just say, oh, that's okay? No. I think there are probably times when you should be able to defend yourself and be aggressive. So there are probably times when kindness isn't the best thing. And when kindness is not called for. So let's take those situations off the table. Let's take the situations where somebody is physically attacking you in times of war, in those instances. And even somebody's talking about sports. Part of a sport is the physical component of it. But I think you can still play football and play it hard. And yeah, you're gonna tackle people. I get it. That's part of the game. But still do it with respect, and at least your words can be kind, even though the action of tackling somebody doesn't seem kind. Okay. I mean, it's part of the game. All right. So let's take those guys off the table, those instances, and let's look at this. Are there times on our campus when kindness is not the best choice? talk to your neighbor about that.
Oh yeah, that. What if there's a lockdown?
How long
But like,
last 50 years, were there any times
oh, we got a good one.
was anybody ever attacked on this campus? All right. Paulette?
When there's a lockdown.
Okay. But even in a lockdown situation, okay, so what we're looking at, are there times on this campus when kindness is not the best tactic? In a lockdown situation, I think we could still be kind to each other, correct? But if something's happening, if there's an aggressor on campus, then we would not be kind to him or her. Cool, okay, but that we haven't had that situation here. Yes, Dakota.
When someone's bullying.
All right, so what you are saying is in the instance when you are being bullied, that your own unkindness is the best response. And that's, I hear that argument that, so you are saying that if you are being bullied, that then in that moment, so the stimulus is you are being bullied, and you have a moment to react, and you are going to choose unkindness. And are we going to agree that that is the best choice right there? I would disagree. I do not think it's the best choice. I think there are other better choices. I think choices such as walking away, interacting with an adult, talking to parents about it. I think that is a better solution than returning unkindness with unkindness. Do you have an instance where you think unkindness on our campus is the best solution?
It's kind of in the same category as bullying. Like someone corners you and there's like no one around to like help
Okay,
you.
now we're into the world of physical attack. I have never seen that on this campus. Even the quote unquote fights that we've had on this campus, both people could have stopped it before it got to that level. I have never seen a fight on this campus where somebody was physically cornered and could not have walked away from it. I've never seen that on this campus. And if you have, I hope you go tell admin and talk to them and say, hey, if you see something like that, go speak up.
I do not think that there is an instance where kindness isn't the best choice, but
On our campus, campus. That's what we're talking about, right? Yes,
like
okay.
I don't think there is a reason where you shouldn't be kind to, like, if a teacher gives you a bad grade on your test, you can't be angry at that because that's what your job is.
You can be angry,
Well,
but you can still that emotion of anger. I get it. You can be, but
But you don't
how
take
do
it out on
but
it.
how does that appear outside of you? So how are you going to react to it?
you still have to respect your teachers.
Okay, so you good, Michael?
No, I was just stretching.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're good. So let's go to the next one. So I think for the most part, for most of you, we're deciding that kindness could happen all over the place on our campus. That it could be chosen, and yet we choose not to. So the question now is, why do we not choose kindness on this campus? Because it happens. Okay, Cameron, why are people not choosing kindness?
It can be abused at home.
Okay,
That's
so
not
okay, no, that's valid. So you have a bad home life, and so when you come onto campus, you are mean to other people.
Yes.
Okay, I think that happens. Does that justify it?
Typically. I'm just saying that's a reason.
That is a reason. Okay, I think that is a reason people are mean on campus. People are being mean to them at home. They come to campus and they're mean. Good.
Maybe because they're insecure, like maybe they call someone like just full of drama, but then they're like, oh, I want to be included with them.
Okay.
Like act feel like with what's the new.
All right, Cameron.
Maybe just because they're not completely, so you don't like somebody, then you mean to them.
Okay, so I don't like somebody, so I'm mean to them. Okay, Sam.
just because they're too cool for it, they think, oh yeah, I'm older, I get to
Okay.
pick on younger
Okay.
kids.
Oh, I do see that. That as you get up here into the 8th grade, somehow you think that it's more acceptable to be rude to the 7th graders. And then people will say, well, people were rude to me when I was a 7th grader. And now we're just caught in this loop of being rude to each other. Mark.
It could be just like, because I don't think I've ever seen like a fight between littler kids. So it could be the fact that we're just moody teens who think that they need to be
Okay, so
independent.
all right, so we've got kind of hormonal
Yeah.
growing things, and that's why we're rude to each other and stuff. Okay, I hear it. Maddie.
You let your emotions get the best of you.
Okay, not being able to control our emotions. Go for it.
And someone said, into the time period, probably things that are kind of stimulus.
Yeah, you've got that moment to react.
If you don't take that moment very long, you don't think about your action very long, then you might just do whatever is to you.
Okay, so just reacting too quickly without thinking about it. Dakota. Oh, actually, that's a valid one right there. Thinking that, hey, that we're just joking around, and it's not even, that we don't even know it's unkindness.
They don't think before they do.
So coming back to Andrew's, this idea that we don't really think, we're not taking that time to really think. Last one.
People's religious and worldviews, like they might, or like
On-
politics, like they say like, oh, like this.
On our campus?
You shouldn't care about that.
Yeah, like
Okay,
people
oh,
starting
interesting.
different arguments about like how they like see like how the world came into.
Got it. Okay, so because of
There's
religious
different-
and political views, we see unkindness on our campus. Okay, Bot, last one.
I'm just relating to Michael because I've had someone actually come to me and be unkind because I thought, or my family thought differently.
Okay, so different views coming from families and stuff like that. So let's come to this one. You can either say left or right. Which one's the cat?
Right.
Left. Good job. Which one's the number 7?
Right.
Right.
Nicely done. You guys are great.
Like you said.
Which one is the Greek letter lambda?
I think it's the one all the way
All the way to the left.
all the way.
I think the
What?
second.
Just stop. You guys are really good at knowing what the cat looks like. Boom, like that. You knew what the number 7 looks like. What's the problem here?
We didn't.
Oh, what's the problem here?
It's in a different language.
No.
What's the problem here?
Number 1, it's in Greek. Number 2, we can't understand it. They're kind of
Oh, you've never learned
Yeah.
what lambda looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, this is lambda. Do you know what kindness looks like? As adults, we seem to think that you guys, you know what kindness looks like. I'm going to say no. You've learned what kindness looks like, and you're still learning. So we're going to look at a classroom environment, and I'm going to give you some examples, and let's see if is this kindness or not kindness. Because you need to learn sometimes. You don't know what lambda looks like. Do you know what kindness looks like? All right, holding a door for someone, kind or not kind? Polite, kind?
Polite.
Yeah. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hold the door for people. I think it's nice. It's good stuff. Smiling and laughing when somebody is intentionally trying to be funny and they are actually funny.
That's fine.
Okay? Smiling and laughing at somebody when they are not trying to be funny.
That's kind of
Oh, that is.
Oh, when they're not trying to. That's like a trick question.
Kind or not kind?
Not kind.
It's not necessarily kind.
Depends on what they're
Well, we're going binary on this.
If you're laughing at them, it's not kind. But if you're laughing,
But they are not trying to be funny.
Oh.
It's a little weird though. Just be like, hi. Oh, ha ha ha.
No, because this is something that happens in my class frequently. Somebody says or does something, they are not trying to be funny, and you guys start laughing.
Oh, that's not. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I understand. It's not kind.
Like the
People, I'm asking a question and somebody gives an answer and it's wrong, and maybe it's very wrong. And you know what people do as a class? You laugh. And you know how that person feels?
Impressed.
Embarrassed. And are you intentionally trying to be unkind?
No.
No? But is it unkind?
Yes.
Maybe it's because you don't know what it looks like to be unkind in that situation. How about this? Smiling and laughing, and the person isn't, they're trying to be funny, but they're not funny, and you're just putting on a show for them.
It could be bad.
I don't know.
That's person.
But how many times, but people do this. You fake laugh for people, and you do it in a way that's sarcastic.
No, that's not kind.
No.
Because
Right?
you're like,
Okay. Next one. Including new people in a group of friends.
that's kind.
Super kind.
Okay. Whispering to your friends when a student says a wrong answer in class, even though you weren't even talking about the person. Think about this. Okay, ready? I ask a question, you give me the wrong answer. I say, hey, it's wrong. And right away, over here, they're whispering. So, Brayden right now, he automatically thinks you're talking about him.
Yeah.
You're not. You're completely talking about something else. Right? So, but do you understand how your action, right there, come back in, your action can possibly hurt his feelings? Which is one reason. Which is one reason while we're in this environment, we're trying to stay focused so people don't misinterpret it. Telling a student you do not know very well that he or she is an idiot.
Well, that's very not kind.
Okay.
That's unkind.
Telling your friend that he or she is an idiot, but you're only joking.
That's still not kind.
They still think it's a
They don't know if you're being a jokester.
Yeah, if they don't know, it's technically still unkind.
But what if they do know you're joking?
Well, sometimes it's not. Okay, so it's not.
Okay, I need hands up.
Oh.
Shh. Marvin.
I don't, if like you and your friend had that kind of like relationship when you've been kind of like at this school a lot of
You think you have that kind of relationship, don't you?
Well, I'm saying
Because
like,
your friend's going to tell you, yeah, that's the kind of relationship we have. Because your friend's going to tell you, hey man, you know what? Every time you do that, I know we laugh, but every time you do that, you poke a little hole in me. Because your friend's going to tell you that. Because your friend's not going to tell you that, is he or she. Because your friend's going to say, it's cool, it's funny, this is how we do it. Right? I get it. I know you think you have that relationship with your friends, and they're still your friends, but they're not going to tell you because you wouldn't tell them. Okay, so I get this. I know this thing. We do this all day long. We joke around and we poke at people and we think it's funny and we think they're laughing with us. But the thing is, if I keep poking you, I keep poking holes in you, at what point is it too much? At what point? I'm just having you guys think about stuff. Yeah, Griffin.
When your friend tells you like stop, that's not.
But they're not going to tell you to stop
Because
they want to be friends with you.
I see like when they like stop like laughing at some of the jokes or like when you see things that you.
So
think
that's when it's too. See, and so it's tough being a human being. I get it, but I have friends that they'll say things to me, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I don't tell them that. I don't say, hey, can you stop saying that? I just go with it because they're my friend, and it's not worth the hassle. But you know, every time they poke me, it's annoying. All right, so how to tell if it's kind. This is my kind of 3-step way of telling if it's kind. Write this into your notes. Did you write that in your notes? Where's that? Good stuff, man. Okay.
I'm not really
How to tell if it's kind. How would you feel? How do they feel? How would life if everyone did it? Get that into your notes. Please.
Did we answer?
Nope. Those are rhetorical questions that you can ask yourself to determine if something is kind. If your actions or words are kind. So it's kind of like a flow map. It's kind of 3 questions to ask yourself. So let's start with this. I walk up to a kid, a friend. Dude, your shoes are so stupid. Okay. Before I say that, let's walk through this. All right. How would I feel if my friend walked up to me and said, your shoes are so stupid? Okay, well, I'm going to be a middle schooler. I'm going to go, I don't care. You can say anything you want to me. You're not going to bug me. You want to say my shoes are stupid? Fine. You want to tell me I'm stupid? That's cool, whatever. I'm a middle schooler. I've got my armor on. You're not going to pierce me. Okay, so that's going to be my reaction. So how would I feel? Fine. Say whatever you want to say to me.
Your shoes are amazing.
Okay, go to the next level. How do they feel? This is empathy. This is now getting into their shoes. Well, that's funny. Okay, getting into their mind. So maybe you would be fine with it, but how would they feel? Okay, well, they're my friend. They feel fine too. Let's go to the next level. How would life work if everybody did it? If everybody walked around all the time bagging on everybody else's clothes and shoes, is that the world you want to live in?
No.
Then why is it acceptable for you to do it?
It's not.
Do you want to live in a world where everybody goes around just telling everybody else off? Do you?
No.
Then why is it acceptable for you to do it?
It's not.
Do you want to live in a world where everybody's bullying everybody else?
No.
Then why is it acceptable for you to do it?
It's not.
It's not. So I think this, I'm not saying this would work for everything, but I think it gets you pretty close. How would you feel? How do they feel? And does it work if everybody does it? We're going to watch the first few minutes of a video then. You have a choice to make today and every day.